Black just played. On a4, pause the video to figure out white's next move. Knight f6 check. Queen takes f6. Queen d6. White is planning to play. Bishop b5 check. Rook c6. Bishop takes c6 mate and sees the initiative. Rook b8 was chosen by black. Queen takes b8 check. Queen d8. Black is aiming to play queen takes b8 and dominate the board. Queen takes b4 was chosen by white. King d7. Queen c5. Queen c7. Bishop b5 check. King c8. Queen takes f8 check. King b7. Black's loss is confirmed. Let's go to the next game. Black played. Rook d2. Pause the video to figure out white's next move. Black is preparing to play rook takes f2 and gain a significant edge. Queen h4 move preferred by white. White is looking to play rook takes f8 check. King takes f8. Queen f6 check. King g8. Rook c8 check. Rook d8. Queen takes e6 check. King g7. Queen e7 check and dominate the board. King g7 played by black. Rook 3 c7 check. Rook d7. Rook takes f8. King takes f8. Queen f6 check. King g8. Rook c8 check. Rook d8. Rook takes d8 check. Queen takes d8. Queen takes d8 check. King f7. White is in a commanding position. Let's go to the next game. White played. Bishop e4. Pause the video and try to find black's next move. Rook h4. Rook h1. Bishop g6. Black might go for rook takes h3 check and secure a strong hold in the game. King g1 played by white. White wants to play bishop takes g6 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Bishop takes e4 played by black. Knight takes e4. Queen f5. Black might go for rook takes e4 and establish a winning position. Pawn takes h4 played by white. Queen g6 check. King f1. Queen g2 check. King e1. Queen takes h1 check. King d2. White considers playing rook takes h1 and secure a strong hold in the game. Queen takes a one move preferred by black. Knight g5. White is outplayed. Let's go to the next game. Black just played. On b4. Pause the video to analyze white's next move. Knight e5. White is preparing to play knight takes d7 and secure a strong hold in the game. Knight takes e5 move preferred by black. Bishop takes e6. Bishop takes g2 check. King takes g2. Queen b7 check. King g3. Rook a5. Bishop takes f7 check. Queen takes f7. Rook takes f7. Rook takes f7. Rook takes e5 check. Rook takes e5. Queen takes e5 check. Rook e7. Black is on the verge of defeat. Let's go to the next game. Black made a move. Bishop g7. Pause the video to spot white's next move. Bishop takes c7. Queen e7. Knight d6 check. Queen takes d6. Rook takes e8. Queen takes c7. Rook ae1. White is preparing to play. On g4. Queen f5. Pawn takes f5. Queen takes e1 check. Rook takes e1 and increase their advantage significantly. Knight h6 move preferred by black. Rook 1 e7 check. Queen takes e7. Rook takes e7 check. King takes e7. Queen takes g7 check. Knight f7. Queen takes g6. Bishop e6. Black is on the verge of defeat. Let's go to the next game. Black just played. On g6, pause the video and try to find white's next move. Rook d3. White considers playing. Knight f6 check. King h8. Rook h3. On h5. Knight takes h5. Bishop d2 check. King takes d2. On g5. Knight f6 mate and increase their advantage significantly. King h8 played by black. Rook h3. On d6. Black is preparing to play bishop takes f5 and increase their advantage significantly. Knight f6 was chosen by white. White might go for rook takes h7 mate and increase their advantage significantly. On h5 was chosen by black. Black is planning to play bishop takes f5 and take decisive advantage. On e6 was chosen by white. White intends to play knight takes h5. Bishop d2 check. King takes d2. On d5. Knight f6 mate and secure a strong hold in the game. Knight d4 move preferred by black. Black is preparing to play bishop takes e6. Rook a3. Knight takes f5 and take decisive advantage. Knight takes d4 was chosen by white. Bishop b6. On c3. White wants to play rook f3. Bishop takes e6. Bishop takes e6 and dominate the board. Bishop takes d4 played by black. On takes d4. On b5. Bishop b3. On the 5. Rook hg3. White is setting up to play on e7. Bishop f5. On promotes to queen at ex f8 check and take decisive advantage. Bishop takes e6 was chosen by black. Bishop takes e6. On h4 black is on the verge of defeat. Let's go to the next game. Black played. On takes c3, pause the video and try to predict white's next move. Queen h5. White is aiming to play knight g5. On takes f6. Knight h7 check. Queen g7. Rook takes g7 check. Knight takes g7. Knight takes f6 check and seize the initiative. Rook f8 played by black. Black is aiming to play rook takes f6 and establish a winning position. On takes g7 move preferred by white. Knight takes g7. Knight f3. White is aiming to play queen h6. Knight d6. Knight hg5. Rook f5. Knight e5. Rook takes g5. Knight takes d7. Rook takes g1 check. Rook takes g1 and dominate the board. Rook takes a3 played by black. Rook takes a3. Knight takes a3. Queen h4. White might go for knight e5. Queen f7. Knight takes f7 and secure a strong hold in the game. Rook f5 was chosen by black. Knight hg5. Knight b5. Queen h7 check. King f8. Knight takes e6 check. Queen takes e6. Queen takes g7 check. King e8. Rook e1. Queen takes e1 check. Knight takes e1. Knight d6. White is clearly ahead. Let's go to the next game. Black made a move. Rook g5. Pause the video to figure out White's next move. Rook takes e4. King f3 check. King f1. White considers playing. Rook takes f4 check. King takes f4. Queen e3 check. King g4. Rook c4 check. King f5. Rook f4 mate and seize the initiative. Queen takes e4 played by black. Queen f7 check. Queen f5. Queen b3 check. King e4. Queen takes b4 check. King e5. Rook c5 check. King e6. Black's idea is to play Queen d3 check. King e1. Rook g1 mate and gain a significant edge. Rook takes f5 played by white. Pawn takes f5. Queen e1 check. King f6. Queen e7 check. King g6. Pawn d7. Pawn h4. Queen e8 check. Rook takes e8. Pawn promotes to queen at dx e8 check. King g7. White is in a commanding position. Let's go to the next game. Black made a move. King g6. Pause the video to figure out White's next move. Black is preparing to play Queen f6. Rook ae1. Rook h4. Queen e6. Rook takes f4. Rook takes f4. Pawn takes f4 check and increase their advantage significantly. Rook ae1 was chosen by white. Rook h4. Rook e6 check. King g7. Black's idea is to play Rook takes g4 check and put immense pressure on the opponent. Queen f5 was chosen by white. Pawn takes f4 check. Rook takes f4. Bishop f2 check. Rook takes f2. King h8. Rook f4. White's idea is to play Rook takes h4 check. Queen takes h4 check. King takes h4. Rook e8. Queen f6 check. King g8. Rook takes e8 check. King h7. Rook h8 mate and establish a winning position. Rook h7 move preferred by black. Rook g4. White wants to play Rook e8 check. Queen takes e8. Queen f6 check. Rook g7. Queen takes g7 mate and secure a strong hold in the game. Queen c7 move preferred by black. Queen f4. White is setting up to play Queen d4 check. Rook g7. Rook h6 check. King g8. Queen takes d5 check and increase their advantage significantly. Rook g7 was chosen by black. Rook h6 check. King g8. Rook hg6. White wants to play Queen h6. Queen c3 check. Pawn takes c3. Rook takes g6. Rook takes g6 check. King f7. Queen h7 check. King e8. Rook g8 mate and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook f8 played by black. Rook takes g7 check. Queen takes g7. Rook takes g7 check. King takes g7. White is dominating the board. Let's go to the next game. Black just played Queen e3. Pause the video to spot White's next move. Queen b8 check. King h7. Queen c7. White is looking to play Pawn a7. Queen a3. Queen takes f7 check. King h8. Queen e8 check. King h7. Pawn promotes to queen at a8 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Pawn f4 was chosen by black. Queen takes f7 check. King h8. Queen f6 check. King g8. Queen takes g6 check. King f8. Queen f6 check. King e8. Queen c6 check. King f7. Queen f3. White considers playing. Queen takes e3. Pawn takes e3. King g1. King e7. King f1. King f6. Pawn a7 and increase their advantage significantly. Queen d4 move preferred by black. Queen b7 check. King f6. Pawn a7. Queen a1 check. King h2. White is looking to play. Pawn promotes to queen at a8. Queen takes a8. Queen takes a8 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Queen a3 played by black. Queen c6 check. King g5. Queen d5 check. King f6. Queen d4 check. King f5. King h1. Queen c1 check. Queen g1. White is setting up to play. Queen takes c1 and take decisive advantage. Queen a3 played by black. Queen b1 check. King g5. Queen b8. Queen a1 check. King h2. White is setting up to play. Pawn promotes to queen at a8. Queen takes a8. Queen takes a8 and secure a strong hold in the game. Pawn f3 played by black. Queen g8 check. King f5. Queen g4 check. King f6. Queen takes f3 check. King e7. White is in a commanding position. Let's go to the next game.